Hi guys, Abbas here from TechRadar, and I've got the HTC U12 and the LG G7 ThinQ with me. We're going to test the low light photography performance of both of these phones. They're both dual camera setups, a little different. HTC's got a 2x zoom. This one's got a very wide angle camera that some people love. Why did we choose nighttime photography? Because I think that really stresses out the camera. Usually during the daytime shots, it's easier to get photos. You get good HDR, but a lot of mid-range phones can sort of do a good job on that as well. We've really pushed them for nighttime photography. Let's start with the specs on both of these cameras, and then we'll see some of the photos taken by either one of these phones. Let's start by highlighting the differences between the two cameras. Starting with the HTC U12, this is a standard shot, and then the next shot shows you the 2x optical zoom that the HTC U12 is capable of. Moving on to LG, this is the standard shot from it, but then LG's got a super wide angle shot, so you kind of move back from the picture instead of zooming in. Depending on which one you prefer, these are the two different capabilities for both of these devices. For the next shot, I quickly wanted to show the portrait mode for both of these phones. So this is the HTC U12's portrait mode. It's blurred the background a little bit, you can see that. And then let's move on to the LG. This is what the LG is capable of. Again, there's a bit of a background blurring on there that you can clearly see. So both of them perform well with this. Now let's take things outdoors, and here's a shot of the Emirates Towers. It was difficult to get the focusing right on this using the HTC U12. I took quite a few shots, and this one was the clearest one out of the two, which again isn't necessarily the best, but this is the HTC U12. Moving on to the LG G7, you can see that it didn't perform that well again using the standard camera, but let's switch the AI mode or the night shot mode on the LG G7 and see what happens. There, you get a much clearer picture, although it's a much smaller picture at just 4 megapixels compared to the 12 megapixels that you got out of the HTC U12. One more outdoor shot with plenty of lighting around it. So this is the HTC U12 doing quite well. Now I'm gonna switch to the G7, and it looks pretty bad over here. So this is your standard average shot on auto mode on the G7 without applying any AI or night modes. So I think the HTC U12 does a far better job just taking a shot quickly. Another nighttime shot with plenty of lighting around. I think the HTC does a pretty good job with that. And this again is the LG, which looks really nice, but again this is with night mode enabled and AI enabled. Keep in mind that when you do that on LG, taking a picture is a lot slower than just snapping a picture right away, so keep that in mind. If you've got some time to frame a shot like this, yes, you can get much better pictures out of the LG. So this is another interesting shot. You've got a car which is generally very shiny. The HTC U12 took a good picture, but doesn't necessarily show the shine on the car. Here's the LG, which shows a lot of shine on the car, but the colors are actually not as accurate as the ones on the HTC U12. So for the final shot, we've got the bridge reflecting light outdoors on the water, and this is what the HTC U12 shot. Again, a pretty good shot, I'd say. Let's have a look at what the G7 did. Okay, so this is with the night mode enabled, AI going into place, and the shot looks phenomenal. So again, if you're willing to put in the time, don't mind the slow speed of taking photos at night mode on the G7. The G7 can produce some fantastic shots. So that was the quick test on the low light photography for the U12 as well as the G7. What did you guys think of the pictures? I personally think that overall, in general, the HTC U12 performed quite well. The G7 really brings out the best when you enable the night mode or AI for it. But then you have to realize that because of pixel doubling, the size of the photo goes down from 16 megapixels to 4 megapixels. You do end up getting a fantastic shots, and I think 4 megapixels is enough for sharing on social. But you know, you guys decide which one you liked better. Thanks for watching. This is Abbas from TechRadar signing out. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on our social media channels at TechRadar ME.